Hey, this is Tom, we're Real Six String, and today's lesson we're going to be working on the solo from Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. First off, we're going to have an example of what the song's meant to sound like. Then we're going to be working on it, we're going to break it down bit by bit, make sure that all the hand positions and everything that we need to have are in the right places, all the timings and such, with some details. And then after that, we're going to have a detailed practice section, which is slowed down, which gives you something to practice the timing with just before you're ready to play it along with the real thing. So first off, we're going to take our third finger here, and we're going to start off on the 8th fret of the 4th string. So this entire solo we can do on just the 3rd and 4th strings. And for the first one, we're going to start off on the 8th fret of the 4th string, and we're just going to slide up from there up to the 10th fret. So try and make sure it's a little bit quick, because the solo is meant to start on the 10th fret, so it goes. So you need that to be quite a quick slide. So after that, that lands us in the perfect hand position here to move up to the 8th fret there of your 3rd string, where you can end up playing with your 1st finger. And then, once again, perfect position for your 3rd finger to move up to the 10th fret of your 3rd string. So that very first part is just... Okay, and the end of the first bar, you're then going to drop this 1st finger down to the 6th fret there of the 4th string. Okay, so that entire first bar is going to go... Perfect. Okay, so once again, you can break it down into bars. There's no point trying to do the whole thing at once and not remember it. So you may as well work on the first bar there, first section until it feels a bit more natural, and then move on to the next bit. Okay, so on to the second bar. We've had the... And if we've landed here on the 6th fret of the 4th string with our 1st finger, leaves us in the perfect position to move our 3rd finger up to the 8th fret on your 3rd string. And you're going to play two on there, but the first one you're just going to play normally, and then the second one you're going to bend and release. So make sure you've got all your fingers lined up behind it. So these other 2 fingers are going to sit on the same string on the 2 frets before it, and that's going to give you the strength to bend it. They're going to grip onto it. Make sure you've got your thumb involved as well. So the 2/8, the first one is just a normal hit, and the second one is a bend and release. So we're going to have a... Okay. So after that, we're going to come down, once again, perfect position with this 1st finger already, to come down to the 6th fret on the 3rd string. And then we're going to move that one down to the 5th fret. Okay, so to play that full section together, we're on the 8th fret of your 3rd string, and you're going to play that one first, and then you're going to bend and release it, and then remove these 2 fingers so that your 1st finger is on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then slide that down to the 5th fret for another pick. Perfect. So we're now here. To give us a full demonstration up to here, we're going to have... Okay, so it sounds a little bit weirder without distortion, but it's much easier to practice that way. Okay, so we are now sitting on the 5th fret of our 3rd string. So once again, perfect position. If our 2nd finger comes up to the 6th fret, and we're going to play the 6th fret and then the 5th fret. So it's going to go. Perfect. So you can leave that 1st finger on the whole time. There's no point in taking it off when we're going to need it again. And then jump over to the 8th fret then of your 4th string with your 3rd finger. And then once again, perfect position for your 1st finger to go on the 6th fret. So that next section, you're starting off with your 2nd finger on the 6th fret on your 3rd string. So you're, and then moving down 1st finger on the 5th fret. Then jumping over 8th fret on your 4th string. And then your 1st finger's in the perfect position to play the 6th fret on your 4th string. So a quick rundown up to there, we're going to have. Excellent. Then we're going to revisit one of those bends again. So we're going to play the 8th fret on the 4th string. And then on the 2nd one, we're just going to do a very small bend. Very good. And then once again, we're going to release these 2 fingers so that our 1st finger is in the perfect place to play the 6th fret on the 4th string. And then we're going to move that down to the 5th fret on your 4th string as well. Okay, so that's just straight downwards with a little bit of a bend. So with the first bit all the way through, we're going to have a. Then with this bend, we want to bend it up so it sounds like the 10th fret and release it. That one's just a much smaller bend to the 9th fret. And then we finish that section off by going down to the 6th fret, which means we remove these 2 fingers. And then slide that down to the 5th fret, exactly as we did on the other string. And the final section of the song, we're just repeating that 6-5, 6-5 a couple of times and finishing with a pull off and a slide. So with that one, what we've got to do is return the middle finger back to the 6th fret, and we're just picking between those 3 times. So we're doing. Once again, no need to remove your 1st finger. And then on the last one, got a bit of a pull off from the 6th fret to the 5th fret. So you're picking the 6th fret and then pulling off to the 5th. So remember with that bit, you have to make sure for the pull off that you're pulling your finger down rather than just taking it off, because it will keep a lot of the momentum and it will sound a lot clearer if you almost re-pick the string with the finger you're pulling off. And then we finish off with a slide from the 5th fret down to the 3rd fret. So to hear that whole bit through, we have. Perfect, and that's the whole song through. Just remember that section we've just done, you run through 4 times, and then you linger on the last one for a little bit longer. So we'll have one final run through of the whole song. Perfect. Okay, so that has been the whole lesson. I hope you've managed to get something out of it. Very happy practicing for you. If you can, please subscribe, please like the videos. There's plenty of other ones which really break down songs, show you how to practice. So there's plenty for anyone to get along with. And other than that, very best of luck with the practicing. There is a final section to this song, which is just a clean version, slowed down to 85 beats per minute of the song, just to help you with getting used to the timing before you're ready to play it with the original. So it's a really important thing to get used to it. And very best of luck. Very well done. And I'll speak to you soon.